Good morning. Welcome to this session. Yeah, if you are waiting for slides, you can leave this room. Here it will be hands-on in a few minutes, I think. Just after a quick presentation of some API security topics, but then we will move directly to a hands-on session. So you will practice 2 challenges around API security. So welcome to this session. My name is Joël. I am a technical solution consultant working at Google. And I am today, with my 2 colleagues, Simon and Christophe. Yeah? A quick introduction on yourself.
Yes, thank you, Joël. So we are really happy to be here. We are working in Google Paris and specialized in Apigee. This is a security dojo that we deliver for customers as well, which is usually take longer, like 3 hours, but will have a short version of it. Enjoy and have fun.
Yeah, and my name is Christophe, also a customer engineer in Google Paris, dedicated to APG solution.
So we are at the booth. We have a booth, of course, in the Apidays event. Yeah, so feel free to visit us. We can discuss about your API program around API security also. But please visit us. Yeah. Okay. So let's start. Just a few slides. Not boring because Simon is going to present that and around API security again. If you want to discuss these topics, come to the booth and we can discuss it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Very quickly, I just want to say that that at Google, security is a major topic, and we want to provide the best security solution for our customer. We recently, for example, acquired some company like Mandiant, for example, which is partner of Google Cloud, and we have a full scope of security in Google Cloud. And we are convinced that API security is a major topic. It's a major topic for us, and it's a major topic for our customer. So what I'm going to present you, if you go to the next slide, Joël, it's basically the 3 layers that we see in Apigee as being very important for API security. The first thing, it's how can you actually, with configuration, so for example, with a thread protection, I want to protect my API from a JSON bomb, you will put some policies in Apigee saying that you cannot have more than X nested fields in a JSON, and that will protecting your API for this kind of attack. There's a lot of stuff here that you can configure, but it's pretty basic. It's basically what every customer should do at least. It's threat protection, access control, validating the spec when it's coming to the API manager to make sure that the code that does not respect the specification should not go to the backend, and so on and so on. That's the first part. The second part is actually very interesting. It's called API Advanced Security API at Google. And this comes from our own need to protect our API. Like you can imagine Google Maps API, YouTube API, Search API, and so on. This kind of API at Google are being attacked all the time by more and more complex kind of attack, and so on and so on. So for years, we developed our own technology. It's a team which is not even in Google Cloud. It's called Google Cyber Security Action Team. And they developed machine learning model to protect Google Public's API. And now what we are doing this year, we are basically taking this technology and put it on Apigee for our customer. So you can protect your public API with the same technology, the same machine learning model that Google does for its own APIs. So that's called Advanced API Security, and of course, come to our booth, we will show you how it's work. And the last thing is, I was saying about security stack, is having the full security management of Google, not only Apigee, but as well reCAPTCHA, the I'm not a robot part, or WAF, Cloud Armor. I'm sure you read this summer that we blocked the highest DDoS attack in history with Cloud Armor. So this WAP, which is Web App and API Protection offer, is something that is very important as well. And just to finish, the good news is Advanced API Security, because it's basically working on our control plane. So the machine learning model are continuously je vais y arriver, trains on our data analytics and the analysis that you can have in Apigee. It's not running on the runtime, so that's very important because it's not going to add any latency on your runtime. And it's working with Apigee X, which is our managed solution. All the infrastructure is managed by Google. And it's working as well on Apigee Hybrid, where the runtime can be on-premise or can be on another cloud, but still you have the same level of protection because we rely basically our machine learning model on the data plane, on the control plane, sorry. That's it. Come and we will explain you more.
Thank you, Simon. Thanks a lot. So are you ready? Now we are going to start, the challenges. You can take, if you don't have a laptop, if you don't have a PC, please tell us, we have some Chromebook to lend for you, yeah? And so let's go, let's start, yeah? Okay, so this is what we call a solution dojo, an API security solution dojo. As Simon mentioned, this is something we deliver with the customers during 4 hours, in general, 3 to 4 hours, yeah? Around different technical topics, API security, networking also, yeah? And some other topics. And here, we have selected 2 challenges. Of course, there are more challenges in 4 hours, as you can guess, but here we have selected 2 technical challenges. One beginner and the other advanced in terms of level, yeah? You can form a team of 3 to 5 people if you want, or you can work independently, yeah? That's perfect for us, yeah, if you prefer, yeah? And each challenge has its own unique scenario, so you don't need, to execute to perform one challenge, to perform the other. They are completely independent. Okay. So the 2 challenges that we are going to provide today are free pizza anyone. This will be the first challenge, and you crack me up will be the second challenge. So have fun. I'll just give you, of course, some other information here. You need an internet connection. So if you have a laptop, with a Wi-Fi connection, perfect, because you need an HTTP client like curl, Postman, the HTTP client of your choice. Again, if you don't have this material, we have a Chromebook to lend for you. Yeah. You can install any tool in order to perform these challenges. You need Docker, you need whatever, you can, of course, install the different tools that you need in order to execute these 2 challenges. Yeah. How do you know that you have, that you are successful with the challenge? You will get a flag. I will show you, of course, I will give you all the details just after, to execute the different requests. But if on the response you see a flag like this one, yeah, a flag key, in the JSON response, this means you are successful, regarding the execution of the challenge. In that case, you raise your hand, make some noise, yeah, hey, that's okay, the challenge is okay for me, and then we will, of course, record, the fact that you succeeded, and we have some swags for you, yeah.
Yeah, just want, so it's a time related. So the first one actually get more points than the second one, exactly, and the third one, and so on. So be very fast. It's not just about having the result, it's to be the first one. Okay, you raise your hand, and we're gonna check with Christophe that is okay. So
first challenge will be 10 minutes. This one is easy, I would say. The second one is 15 minutes, a little bit more complex. And as Simon said, as soon as you have the result, the flag, raise your hand, and the sooner is the better. Okay? So let's go. Let's start, with the first challenge. The first challenge is free pizza anyone. This is based on a true story. What you will see here is real. I will give you, some links when providing the solution. But this is a real story. Yeah? So let's start, with this first scenario, with this first challenge. Okay? It is a weekend. Let's say Sunday. Yeah? You are sitting at home watching the World Cup final, France-Argentina. Yeah? Perfect. You are feeling hungry, of course, and crave some pizza. You want to eat a pizza. You log into your favorite pizza restaurants, okay, choosing your favorite pizza, and you had, a couple of pizza to your cart, yeah, because you are with your friends. And while you are modifying your cart, as you are a geek, you want to investigate, regarding the different exchanges, between your web browser and the pizza company. Eh? You notice that the browser is making the following request. This is a request, that is performed, and you see that, in the developer tools. So you can see, on the developer tools, this type of request, put request, that are, executed as mentioned here. Okay. So the question is, can you get creative using this request to convince the API that you have successfully paid for the order and receive your pizza for free? What you want is pizza for free. Okay, so this is a request. How can you modify or whatever, this request in order, to get the pizza for free? Okay, so you can go to this URL in order, to get an extract of the curl command that we have just provided here. Okay, so tinyurl.com/APIdays 2022. You will arrive here, on a GitHub repo where you can copy paste, the request in order, to test it, and then make some modification on this request in order, to get the flag. Okay. So I'm just starting right now the 10-minute counter. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. I'm just going to put this slide again. Yeah. Because this one is interesting. Again, if you need the Git repo, go to tinyurl.com/APIdays 2022 in order, to be able to copy the request and use it. Okay, and I'm just here adding this slide where you can see, the basic information. So you want your pizza for free? Let's go.
And because this is never as easy as this, we'll have
Exactly.
another type
Challenge
of difficulty.
in the challenge. Yeah.
I'm sure you all know Opération Espadon is going to be quite similar.
Okay, perfect. So we have 3 people have succeeded in getting the flag. Yeah. So congrats. Yeah. So now we are going to see the solution here. Okay. So just before going to the solution, the solution is this one. So the order object contains a payment status. If you look at here, yeah, on the request, you see this payment status. It was pending, and if you change the payment status to paid, done, completed, or whatever, yeah, it will, in that case, return the flag. And this is a true story, yeah. So just changing, this information was, the solution to get free pizza. Yeah. So what is the problem here? Yeah, the lessons learned here. The state management can be tricky. Here, the state management is managed through the client call, which is really bad. The real thing is that the server side, has to manage, the state of the order, yeah, and not the client. Yeah. So that's something very, very important. Yeah. So every request, should be validated. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's also the point, and it should not be possible, to modify the state. From the client side, yeah, but only on the server. So the server has to manage, the state, and this was the problem, regarding this API. Okay, this is based on a true story, as I told you, yeah. So if I'm just going to show you this, I will add, of course, the link to the article, yeah. So Domino's, yeah, it was on Pizza Domino in 2016, I think, and the guy, just looking at the web tool and seeing, the different requests, just made a change. And he succeeded in getting free pizza, so he contacted the Domino's and said, "Hey, wow, there is a big problem with your API system, yeah. So please correct that, yeah." And I think he received, some free pizza for 1 year or something like that. So good point for him, yeah. So just to show you, the solution, what you have to receive if you want to be sure, that you found the solution, yeah. So this is a request, the curl request. So here it was the status was pending. Yeah? So if you change it with paid, for instance, as I said, you get this type of response. And you see here, you see the flag. As soon as you see a flag with a number, it's a different number. As soon as you see the flag, in that case, it means it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, so okay. Yeah, the flag. It's just the flag. At the moment as you see a flag, it's okay. Yeah, you don't need success or something. It's just the flag. Yeah. So we will. Okay, this one is, a warm up, for the second challenge. Okay.
The second one is much more tricky.
Exact. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So it's my fault. On the slide, it was just an example of the flag, that you have to receive. Okay. Okay. So we will add the two people. Okay. So yeah, it's my fault. So we are going to switch to the second challenge. So as soon as you get a flag with an information inside, it means you are successful, yeah, so you don't need to have a specific value on the flag. Sorry for that, yeah. So the second challenge will be a little bit more tricky, yeah. more difficult. Again, you can install different tools on your laptop if you need to perform, some specific type of calculation. But let's go to the second challenge. So first one, again, just the state management can be tricky, and the state has to be managed on the server side, not client side. That's basic, but it's good to repeat it. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the second challenge. Sorry. Okay. The second challenge is you crack me up. The name is a good indication. Keep it in mind here. You crack me up. So second challenge. In that case, you are a malicious actor. Okay? Looking to exploit vulnerabilities on a new banking API. In fact, the Exco Bank has just released their public APIs. Okay? You can have a look on these public APIs. And you can use this API, in order to access customers' bank balances. Let's say, PSD2 APIs. Yeah. So you take a look at the public documentation of Exco Bank, and you notice, the following API request to get bank balance. Okay, that's just an example that you see, on the documentation. Again, you will see it on the Git repo. Yeah. So this is, an example of a request, to get a bank balance. You say, oh, wow, nice. I know that my friend, has an account, at this Exco Bank. So you remember your friend, and you know that the customer ID of your friend is 846324. Okay? So now the challenge is, can you find your friend's balance? Okay? So this is an example of request. This is the customer ID of your friend. Can you find your friend's balance? Okay, so I'm just starting the clock, yeah, and you have 15 minutes to perform, this second challenge. Again, as soon as you have a flag in the response, it's okay. Okay, you don't need to have a specific value. As soon as you have a flag, it will be okay for you. Yeah. And you can get an extract again of this request on the Git repo here, tinyurl.com/APIdays2022. Yeah. Okay. So good luck. If you have any question during the challenge, if you need some more information, please ask for your questions. I let this slide as you have, the customer ID here, which is important. And let's go. Okay, it's finished. Congrats to Baptiste, yeah, and congrats to all of you, yeah, because that was, very challenging. Congrats. Just, in a few words, about the solution, yeah. So the idea was to, okay, let's go here. The idea was, to copy-paste this token, inside jot.io, for instance. I think you all did that in order to see, what's inside the token. Yeah, so you just copy-paste it in jot.io, and if you do that, you will see that the token is created using a symmetric algorithm. The signature is based on a symmetric algorithm. So in that case, you can think about, okay, if it is a secret with an HS256 algorithm used, which is the case, in that case, I can try cracking, this JOT token. Yeah. Okay. So the idea was to download a cracker, a JOT cracker. Yeah. Using so there are a lot of type of crackers based on Node.js, based on Docker images, which are provided. Yeah. So that was the idea. And if you crack it, you will see that as the secret is very weak, just 4 letters, you can crack it, in just 1 minute. And you can use it in order to recreate a token with the ID of your friends in order, to generate a new token and get the balance information as desired. Yeah. Okay. So that was the solution. So coming back here, just I'm just going to show you quickly that so you copy paste the token. Yeah. So just taking the token like this. Okay. We go to jot.io. Yeah. I think I have it here just to see what's inside this token. Okay. So you have the different information. You see here, in the header, the algorithm that is used, HS256. Okay, so here, automatically, you can say, I can try to crack this one here. Okay, so you crack it using a JOT cracker. Yeah, so just, I think I have it here. Yeah, JOT cracker. Yeah, and you just here push the token. Yeah. In a few seconds, you should have in less than 1 minute. I will not do it, but he's going to try, different type of different solutions, And as soon as the secret will be found, it will be displayed. Of course, if the secret is very important in terms of size, it can take time. But you can lend some resources, and spread the resources in order to find this type of information. Here, as it is just 4 letters in terms of size of the secret, you can find it really quickly. As soon as you get it, so the secret is weak, W3AK, okay? You can put here, the value of your friend's account ID, which is this one, okay? And in that case, you can recreate the token, so in the sub here, and then you can recreate here the token. As soon as you have this token, now you can use it, make the same request, and you will get, the balance information. So you cracked the token, and you were able, to recreate it using, the information that you want to push in it, yeah. And this was, the solution here. Okay. So just a few, in order to terminate on this one, yeah, just a few recommendations here. It's important, to use. So first, I would not recommend it. Recommend to use symmetric type of algorithm for JOT tokens, because even if the secret is not weak as this one, you can crack it automatically. You can put resources in order to crack it. So the best approach is to use, asymmetric type of algorithm, and the best one to use is ES256. The most used is not this one; it's RS256. But ES256 is definitely, the best algorithm to use in this type of situation. You also have, some password consideration, and if you really have to use, a secret and this type of algorithm, HS256, in that case, it is highly recommended to rotate the information, the value of the secret. So that's, the recommendations that we can push today. Okay, so congrats again. Thanks a lot for your participation. I hope you had fun, during this event, and please come to visit us, at the booth, at the Google Apigee booth, at the Apidays event. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
And a big congrats to Patrice, right, Patrice? Baptiste, sorry. You can applaud him. Sorry for the first round, there was our mistake, but the second one is clearly Baptiste. So this is your Google ping pong set. Bye-bye, thank you.